Your Honor. If I may, Your Honor, I would like to offer an amendment, just an add-on, because there is an adjustment to the franchise fees. I would like to amend the motion to say that all expenditure of all franchise fees directly benefit the subscribers of Time Warner Television. And if there's a second, I'll speak to it.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded.
There's other cities where it goes into the general fund, or it can go into the parking fund, and I don't think that's fair to the subscribers of Cheshire TV. I think they're the ones paying for it. They shouldn't be here to subsidize the taxpayer. And I don't want it going towards a project like, re-renovating council chambers or anything else. I think those who are paying should be the ones that directly benefit. So that's why I made that motion.
I think that money goes into a separate fund now that the city council controls, and the city council determines how that fund is going to be spent. In fact, right at the moment, I think it's spent, at least a portion of it is spent for the Granicus system that we use for our communications with the public. So what you're suggesting is that rather than that money go into the designated fund that we have, it's going to go someplace else?
That's correct, Your Honor, because you don't know what a council 5 years from now would direct that money towards.
But I have to say that the council 5 years from now can change this.
No, that's true, but at least it's on
Make
paper.
a decision as to where they want that money to go. Councilor Duffy.
Thank you, Your Honor. I just want to clarify, and I understand what Councilor Jones is saying, but my understanding, doesn't the city have a contract or agreement with Cheshire TV? I think that expired, I think, last November. So I agree with Councilor Jones, that's an important issue, but I'm wondering if it applies to this agreement with Time Warner, or that's something the city and Cheshire, the council should perhaps encourage city staff to accelerate the completion of a new contract, and certainly that this would be an issue I'd like to hear more about and discuss more then. We have an expired contract with Cheshire TV, but I don't think that applies to what this is here. I may be wrong, but it seems like it's two separate issues, and what Councilor Jones is talking about, I'm all for getting involved in and discussing, but I don't know, maybe I should just shut up and hear if it's relevant.
City manager.
Thank you, Your Honor. Right now, the way the fund works, it is benefiting the subscriber directly, has benefited the subscriber directly. The city clerk's office and others on staff have been able to work with that fund and with the council over the years relative to expenditures that have created the Granicus system, have helped offset the cost of bringing meetings and public information from the government source to the general public. I would be concerned about this amendment simply because I think that it could also lead to a misunderstanding with the board of directors for Cheshire TV, who in the past have registered their concern that the entire franchise fee go to them, meaning Cheshire TV. I think that there's a legitimate reason for the city to receive a small but important portion of that franchise fee in order to sustain the public information that government is required to put out so that people can see the transparency and understand right from their living rooms what's taking place here in Keene.
Anybody else for the first time? Further comments? Councilor Jones.
Thank you, Your Honor. And I just want to say, I was no way insinuating that all of the money goes directly to Cheshire TV. And to answer Jim, yes, this is the time to address the franchise fee because we're asking Time Warner for the franchise fee. Cheshire TV doesn't get to ask for the franchise fee. The city council does. And it's actually Time Warner's choice whether they pass that on to the subscriber or not. We just charge them the fee. So we're not charging the subscriber, they are. But as I said before, I've seen it in other cities where that fee has gone towards general funds or towards special projects. And I think at least if we have something on paper, which is the reason why we accepted this agreement, it would help with future councils, at least it would be documented.
Councilor Roberts.
If we go to page 2, in the minutes, 1, 2, 3, 4, in paragraph 5, it says, Mrs. Landry, in response to Council Clark, stated that the city had the same reaction to the 5-year extension because of the 3.25 cap and the city's inability to increase this 5% without further negotiations. Mrs. Landry stated that Time Warner, however, was willing to increase the franchise fee to 5% before 2018. She added that the city did not try to bully their way into a 5-year agreement. Basically, it's 3.25. We, as a city council, has to go and request for an increase in the franchise fee. And I think if we ask for a request, I think that'd be the more appropriate time to figure out where that franchise fee was going to go and how it was going to benefit the community. But as right now, this agreement does not increase the franchise fee, but it gave us the ability to increase the franchise fee before 2018, which we did not have in the past.
I'm going to, Council Clark, I'll recognize you in a second, but I just want to point out, the use of the franchise fee is part of a negotiated contract between Cheshire TV and the City Council in the City of Keene. It is not part, this is relating to Time Warner and our contract we have with Time Warner. But the use of the franchise fee, which is what Councilor Jones is talking about, is controlled by a contract that we have with Cheshire TV. And, you know, I think that it's more relevant to address this in connection with the renegotiation of that contract rather than through the franchise agreement with Time Warner. Councilor Clark?
Thank you, Ron. Yes, I was going